Very good evening, guys. This side Rahul Magan as a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. On 15th August 2020, I would like to wish the whole India, the Indians across the globe, including myself, very happy Independence Day, and I wish that the way India always acted as a torch bearer for the whole globe, whether it is various sectors, India would continue to be torch bearer. And I wish that the one day India would be amongst top two economies of the globe. That is my best wishes. With best wishes, I once again would like to wish all Indians in India, outside India, and wherever happy Independence Day. Today, I wanted to talk something which is very close to my heart, and in fact, if any one of you who is following our YouTube channel sincerely, he knows that I always acclaim to that point several times in my life. And that point is vision. Vision versus mission. In your life, you have two things. One is vision and one is mission. Both are having different meanings, I would say, different way of working. Let me go with an example of somebody who was, I think, 20 to 22 years old. And in 1976, standing at HP garage, HP then used to be a very big company. Just like in 1976, HP was what Apple is today. And he was talking to his prospective co-founder, Steve Wozniak, and he said that there is a big potential in personal computer. His prospective co-founder, Steve Wozniak, said, no, had it been, HP would have done that. And he was somewhere 20 to 22, he not bothered, and he said that I'm not worried about HP, because how would people know what they wanted to buy if they never saw it? And I think that is one of the finest statement of Steve Jobs in 1976. Of course, he made a lot of brilliant statements in his life. He was not a coder. Throughout his lifetime, he made a lot of great products: iPhone, iMac Airbook, iPad, and whatnot. In fact, the video which is currently on short is on iPhone. And I'm a great believer of Steve Jobs. You can see that my office only have the photos of the best people. One is Steve, Mr. Bill Gates, Mr. Edison. That's me. This is vision. Steve vision. What is mission? From 1976 till 2011, when he left us, he was consistently creating better and better products and technology. They started with Apple 1, followed to Apple 2, then Lisa, then Macintosh, and they just move on. In fact, somewhere in 2006, if I might be wrong, when Apple, I might be wrong here, when Apple decided to change his name from Apple Computers to Apple Inc. Because Steve believed that technology is not restricted to computers. Technology is wide apparent. And end result, he invented something today the world known as iPhone. I don't have any grudges against any company in phone making, but I believe that iPhone is one of the finest creation we have in the world of telecommunication. The biggest regret in the life is if Steve would be alive today, then I'm sure that Apple would be the first company who would make the flying cars. But unfortunately, Steve is not with us. So Steve was having vision of Apple, and Steve was having mission for Apple. Any successful person in the whole globe, like Steve, Mr. Bill Gates, don't count Elon Musk in that, because I have a deep indemnification issue the way he runs his company. Steve and Mr. Gates both having vision and mission. Steve goes alone, Mr. Jobs goes with people. But the contribution of Mr. Jobs in Microsoft is exemplary, no doubt about that. Both were having vision and mission. And the same thing I saw in Mr. Ambani also. Mr. Ambani is having a clear vision that how he would like to see Reliance, and he is having a mission that, say, in 2020 he will do this, 21 he will do this, and so on and so forth. So all the great successful people are having vision and mission. But there are few startups in India who claim to be a 10 billion plus startup, never reported profit throughout his lifetime, but now they are trying another thing, and that is stock market trading service. Stock market trading service. I got this news on 13th via public domain, and I wanted to shot that video on 13th, but somehow you know that time is very limited nowadays as the company is into so many things, so not been able to. But before I go ahead, I would like to read something for you. This is an article which I'm reading from Hindu. Paytm on Thursday, which is 13th August, announced the launch of stock trading on its online investment and wealth management platform Paytm Money in a beta mode. As you know that we are also having on Android app, and Apple app is on the way. The beta mode means basically before you go live on either Apple or maybe Google Play, you need to you have selected people who are doing the testing. This is what beta mode is all about, you know. With the launch of stock trading, Paytm Money aims to drive higher penetration in equity investing with an easy to use product, low pricing, cash delivery trades are free, while intraday is around 10, and a digital KYC with a paperless account opening in it's said in a statement. The company is offering free, easy to access to a select set of users to receive feedback, and the app will eventually be open to everyone in a few weeks. That is what beta mode is all about. At present, this service is only accessible to its Android and web users. Okay, so they're not launched on iOS. Varun Shirdhar, CEO, Chief Executive Officer, Paytm Money said, with the addition of equities, Paytm Money seeks to drive financial inclusion among investors. Anyways, I don't read more, because I believe that financial inclusion is one of the cheapest term we have right now in the globe, and especially in Singapore, because every conference people speak about financial inclusion, though they themselves do not know the meaning of financial inclusion. Okay, guys, we have many brokers in India. We have Zerodha, we have Upstock, we have Religare, Motilal, and huge lot of brokerage services. But not all brokerage services are currently online. That's also a fact. And now, with the revised circular, it is like soon you would be able to trade directly on the exchange. So there is no need for broker. So example, you have two people, me and Shah Rukh Khan. Not that Bollywood Shah Rukh Khan, a separate person. Me and Shah Rukh Khan. I am calling to my broker at Religare, hey guys, buy is fine. Shah Rukh Khan doing tick, 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 tick. Bought. Online. But there are various permutations and combinations we have, because majority of the online brokers do not offer penny stocks. That is also a fact. And there is a reason behind that. We will discuss later. Now keep this story here that Paytm wanted to enter the stock trading business. And let's talk about Mr. Ambani. Mr. Ambani is not only having vision but having mission, and with speed. The most dangerous combination we have in the globe. Vision plus mission plus speed. And Mr. Ambani Geo platform is very clear from the first that they wanted to have a dedicated platform like Geo Money. You can check on the Google, like if once I'm talking to you, I go to Google and I type Geo Money. Okay, you get so many. There is a heading called Geo Money India Ka Naya Cash. So their website says Geo Money India Ka Naya Cash, and you have almost all kind of services. If everybody will enter into the stock trading business, then the scene in another 2 years would be that thousands and thousands of small brokers will die. because not everyone is capable of having Android and Apple apps and having so many marketing YouTube channels able to promote and all. And more importantly, everyone is not a cash rich company like Mr. Ambani, and everyone is not a favorite boy of venture capitalist who will get the funding. But how long Paytm would be the favorite boy, that is also a fact. If this scene would continue, it would end up as an immense competition. I would say that the deep throat competition between players in India. Like one side you have Reliance, another side you have Paytm, third side you have Zerodha, fourth side you have existing, I would say the traditional players like Motilal, Religare and all, and fifth side you have Dabba Trading. And guys, this will kill thousands of jobs in broking services. And just assume this scenario in your mind, and all of a sudden, the investor get a right to directly buy from the exchange. Example, it's an iPhone. I go there, tick, 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 psc.com. What do? Buy a Yes Bank. Do I need anybody? Do I need Paytm, Zerodha, maybe Geo, maybe anyone? Do I need? I don't. Just assume this. Most of the people in India are vying for a pie which is relatively very small. And if we continue to rush before that pie, then I think this pie will get smaller and smaller every passing day. And since this pie will get smaller and smaller every passing day, the level of margins would not be thin, rather they would be zero. Because if I read carefully, then they are offering free cash trades and intraday of just 10 rupees. And today it is August, assume 4 weeks, it means that by September Paytm is launching that. It means that if September Paytm would be launching that, then all the existing players like Zerodha and all, they would definitely be in a competition. And the legacy players like Motilal and Religare, they are automatically in competition. So which means that the margins will reduce, and once the margins will reduce, it will reduce the employment, and of course everyone would like to go digital. That's more important. But I would like to end up my story with something which is more scary. And that is, I open my computer, I open Google, and I simple type Google Pay launching or I type Google Money. So I got a news, and what that news is, its news is I think 25th June 2020, when it is saying that Google on Thursday, which is 25th June, Google on Thursday, it plans to offer credit to millions of merchants in India through its Google Pay app starting later this year. Later this year means somewhere November, December. As the American Technology Group looks to help small businesses in country steering through the pandemic and also find a business model for its mobile payment service. The company said that it is working with the financial institutions to offer loan to merchants from its Google Pay for Business app. The Google Pay Business app, which the Android giant launched late last year, has already amassed 3 million merchants. Google Pay, Paytm, Zerodha, Upstocks, many other that players, Motilal Oswal, Religare, and not forget Geo. And the most dangerous combination which Reliance is creating, and which I think it's invincible, Geo plus Facebook, the capability of WhatsApp. Who will win, who will not win, we really do not know. Because time will tell. But one thing is sure, that a person who have vision plus mission plus speed will surely win, because they know what they do. But eventually, this will end up thousands and thousands of jobs in India in capital market. So where are we heading? And how long will it take to reach to that conclusion? That is a big question. And I hope you got the point what I wanted to say. And guys, we should not forget that before we conclude this video is, at any given point of time, anyone can come and offer the best services than these players offer. So for a while, I assume, without quoting the name, there are few big boys in US, apart from Google, who are seriously willing to enter into Indian capital markets via an indirect route. And guys, what is that indirect route? They don't want Google Pay, don't want Geo Money, they don't want it to operate like that way. Rather, what they will take a positions in Indian bank, because we all understand that Indian banks do not have money. Their auditors do not understand that, but we understand that. So they will take a stake in Indian banks, almost throwaway price, and launched their own services, which I'd refer as indirect acquisition. So the scene is getting little tricky in Indian capital market. But I would like to conclude my video that all the young guns, those who are watching this video, they are having beautiful opportunity. And what is that beautiful opportunity? If they really understand their talent in capital markets, in app, how to integrate the capital market in an app, it is opportunity in lifetime. A MBA, Masters in Business Administration, CFA, Certified Financial Analyst, certified, CPA, American Institute of CPA, BBA, and all such degrees, they are now or very soon will face up a challenge how to integrate the whole capital market in this. I once again wish all the best wishes to all Indians across the globe. Happy Independence Day. But remember that, guys, if you are not thinking, that doesn't mean somebody in the Silicon Valley is not thinking. That doesn't mean a great entrepreneur like Mr. Ambani is not thinking. That doesn't mean that somebody at the Google Pay is not thinking. And that doesn't mean that some new one who maybe sits in Germany or wherever, he's not thinking. And soon you will see that Indian capital market will lose huge jobs, but it'll also add few jobs, but that few is for the people, those who understand that. Have a great time. This is Rahul Magan from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818485155. We speak straight and we talk straight. But I would like to conclude this video with a simple thing. Indian startups, and 99.99% of the Indian startups who never saw profits. And there is no light at the end of the tunnel that they will see profits, because now they have an excuse that due to this coronavirus, which according to me will stay for another few years, even though there are a lot of talks around for vaccine, that due to this coronavirus, they need some additional time to be in profits. But the question is very clear that Indian startups need to decide one thing very, very clearly. Do they have vision? Which they don't. Do they have mission? They don't. Because our mission is the thing. Steve never deviate from technology. Mr. Jobs, Mr. Gates never deviated from technology. Mr. Buffett always sticked to his strong strength, which is financial market. They never deviated. Well, the way they do may change, like Microsoft is now focusing on the cloud, they are focusing on the gaming systems, that's all technology. Mr. Buffet outlook towards gold changed all of a sudden, that's a separate thing, but Mr. Buffet is in the capital market. So the question is very clear that all those companies who have vision plus mission plus speed and will come in the Indian capital market, they will definitely get a huge success, because one thing which is definitely a fact, even though operators or no operators in the Indian capital market, that the strength and the breadth of Indian capital market is pretty big. And all big guns, Google, Geo, maybe some few, they would like to have this big cake. Only the time will tell who will get this big cake, but I'm sure that few people will definitely get. Have a good time. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting. You know our WhatsApp 9818-485-155. We are not Hindi media who only focus on apparent things. We focus on non-apparent things. Have a good time.